Just going to do a quick review on the Brock DF 301, well 3001 SS deep fryer. It's the 3.2 litre edition. It runs at 2,200 watts. The range is 130 to 190. I think you can see that. It's a stainless steel housing, detachable pot for like easier washing. It's got a double sensor inside it. Let's have a look at the unit itself. Okay, and here it is, literally out of the box. This is what it looks like. It's got the standard frying pan. This clips like so. This is boom, clicks back. That lodges in here. It's got a nice little holder here. I guess that's the double sensors it talks about. And on this side it's got your oil level, so you don't have to measure. You want your oil, I'm guessing, to be in between here at the minimum maximum. Over on the back it's got a timer, an analogy style bell timer. Your standard 2 lights that I'll assume will show you when it's at the right temperature. Green is frying time, and then this knob shows you how hot you want to go. I've got it already set at 170. That's my normal frying temperature. One thing that's quite strange about it, there's no plug, so I guess the element just lifts out and then boom, you got your plug that sits in the back. That's really nice, so you can stack it in your shelf and you haven't got a cable hanging out. The whole element lifts out so you can wash the machine easier. It's got a stainless steel pan, a bit like a gastronome. I've now cleaned out the Brock and I've filled it up with oil to the designated line on the inside. You can measure the oil, but then you have to clean another bit of apparatus. I'm timing the actual time it takes to heat up. And I've got another thermometer showing me the growth of heat within the oil pan. You can see the coil element that heats the oil is quite large. Also, a safety feature is you have to have it on a timer switch. It doesn't have an on-off switch to the actual fryer, but you have to have the timer on, so you're always limited on the amount of time, so you can't forget that you've left it on and burn your apartment out. I've got it set on 170. That's my average go-to frying temperature. I wouldn't advise anyone to put a thermometer like this in their actual machine. I'm just doing it for the experiment to see how quick it takes to get to temperature that I need for frying. I'm not actually adding any extra motion into the oil pan. And currently we're 5 minutes and 87 and growing. I'll be back when I reach the desired temperature and I'll tell you how long it took. I'm just checking with my second thermometer. I've reached temperature on the first thermometer about 2 minutes ago. Now it's up to 21 minutes. To optimize the heating of the element, I would recommend the basket to be down and the lid on, but I've specifically left it with the lid off to see how well it goes. It's got some hot spots in areas, but I'm quite happy with the overall temperature. So to optimize the heating, I would recommend the lid on and the basket down, so then the element is dissipated over the cage, and then overall it'll heat the oil quicker. I would approximate with the perfect conditions, this probably gets the temperature in 15 minutes, which is super common for non-commercial standard and commercial standard fryers. So that was with 2 different thermometers, and that test came up in about 20 minutes to a temperature in non-perfect conditions. I'll just set up a station so I can fry and put the actual things I'm frying on this rack to the oil to fall off, and then I'll be taking the item from here and putting it in the basket with my ice cream scoop. You want to keep the station for frying as free as possible because it is a very dangerous activity. The timer's just sounded. I switched it off. There they are. I've pulled them out. I'm going to let them rest for about 30 seconds so all the oil drops off. I think you can tap the sides at this stage because you want to retain as much oil for the next fry as possible. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. It's quite an even fry. Just got the last falafel in there now cooking. I didn't have enough space in the basket. I think you could easily fit 4 in on each side though. You could probably do 8 falafels at a time. Gonna have a look at the overall cooked quality. Inspection, that's perfectly cooked all the way through. I would say that's exactly what you want from a falafel. I think a falafel is a very good test for a fryer. Yeah, I'm overall quite happy with the brock. There's no flaws as of yet, but I've obviously only been testing it for the last 25 minutes. It's going to be easy clean. It's not overheating the oil, so it won't spoil oil quickly. Stainless steel, so that's not going to go ugly very quickly. This exterior isn't too hot. You can touch it. I wouldn't recommend it. Overall, 9 out of 10. And here's some happy falafels. Well done, Brock. This is an impartial review of your product, not sponsored by anyone. Obviously you should have the lid on when you're frying anything, but I like to move my falafels about. It doesn't have a safety feature, meaning you have to have the lid on also, which is very good. I'm quite impressed with the switch off feature, so you can't leave it on by accident, and the temperature is really easy to use. There's no cold spots within the fryer, and it's ready.